welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today, especially on a day where you feel exhausted. Maybe you feel good today, and you're listening to these episodes, or this one here especially, to be more resilient in the future and to know how to connect back to yourself, how to recharge your batteries. But maybe you're having a really crappy day. Maybe you feel upset, or maybe life is just not running smoothly for you at the moment. Maybe you spend too much time on social media, on your computer, and you just can't stop it. You can't come up with the discipline that it takes to stay away from social media a little bit. I know that feeling all too well. And trust me, I'm the biggest social media fan. I love it. I love how you can connect with people from all over the world. But it can be very draining. And today's message, I think, is first and foremost for your mind, for your relaxation, but your body also plays a huge role when it comes to feeling exhausted. Your body communicates to your brain how you feel. It is not only your brain and what you consume and how you feel about it that makes you feel how you feel. It is your body. Is your body dehydrated? Is your body hungry? Is your body in a position that it doesn't like? It will communicate to you discomfort, and when you ignore it for too long, the signals will get louder and louder and more uncomfortable until you react to it. I'm a person, for instance, if I go too long without food, I get super hangry. So hangriness is the body throwing hormones and all kinds of signals, red flags into your bloodstream, and those communicate to your brain, hey, stress, react, change something, in this case, eat. You know these pictures all too well of people looking down at their phone instead of communicating with their wife, or the person waiting for the bus, looking down at your phone. That posture is so bad for your overall mental health. An upright body position, a proud body position, makes you feel good. Your body can inhale and exhale freely, and you can move your joints freely. As soon as you slouch, the breathing gets shallow, and the body is in a position that communicates to you that you are sad and tired and exhausted. So not only the overstimulation of social media or the internet can tire you out, and always having to have an opinion and always having to have a judgment is tiring, but your body position. And then imagine on a Saturday, you feel exhausted from your work week, and it was not really physical week, it was just mentally very draining. Yet you feel physically drained as well. And then you just decide to stay on the couch for the whole weekend because you feel tired. But that tiredness comes from your brain and sometimes even under stimulation. It is not a real tiredness of your physique. So sometimes we have to overcome, we have to observe a little closer and be aware that this tiredness can be countered with exercising or just going for a walk and have some fresh air. So for today, for when we feel exhausted already, what can we do? We can just sit down in a comfortable seat, or you lay down on your mat, on your floor. If you choose to sit down, cross your legs in front of you. Shift your pelvis You feel your sit bones on the ground, right? Shift your pelvis that you have a little bit of an arch in your lumbar spine. Roll your shoulders up and back. Tuck your chin slightly to elongate your neck and close your eyes. If you choose to lay down, have your legs a little bit spread apart and your feet kind of flopping open to the side. So your feet are opening up to the sky. And your hands, your arms are a little bit spread apart from your body, and you have your palms opening up to the sky. And now you let your head, your shoulders, your pelvis, and your heels sink in heavily into the mat. Beautiful. Now close your eyes if you feel like it today. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And now feel how restoring it feels to be in those two different positions. You're all by yourself, or maybe you chose to do that meditation with a friend or a relative today. You are at peace. It is quiet around you. If there is noises, just try to focus in on your breath. Beautiful. Know that we live in a very fast-paced society. And I think no matter where you live on this planet Earth, life is becoming faster and faster. And we're not necessarily made to keep up with that speed. Sometimes we can, sometimes it feels even effortless. But sometimes it's just not rolling right. It's just too much. Maybe you're a young parent. Maybe your children always want something from you. And you have a hard time to be a caring wife at the same time. Maybe COVID struggle is still affecting your finances and your overall well-being. It doesn't really matter who you are, and in which situation you find yourself. Because we're all in that state of mind at times. The difference between people is how they deal with those feelings of exhaustion. Do you keep pushing through, or do you allow yourself to rest? Do you set firm boundaries with others, especially the people you love, to take care of yourself? And by setting boundaries and by taking care of yourself, I don't mean locking yourself up in the bathroom, but this can be an option at times. Sometimes I do that. I just take my sweet time in the bathroom, doing nothing, washing my hands, my face, being really present with myself, looking into my eyes and knowing that everything is fine, everything will be fine. So you have these little moments in your daily life where you can just sneak in a little meditation or sneak in a little self-love practice. A practice where you praise yourself, where you embrace yourself, where you let go of regrets and pain, where you let go of shame, where you let go of judgment and having an opinion at all times. You can just be and breathe and experience and feel. Maybe you're running around and trying to fix and trying to accomplish things. Maybe you're that kind of person. Then of course it is exhausting. But maybe you're fighting depression, and maybe you're sitting at home and not doing much really. But that can be very exhausting too, to be sitting there with your own thoughts, to not find a grip on life. We all feel like that sometimes, and it is okay. I feel today's episode, the time you take aside for yourself today, is to be okay where you're at, and to not try to fight, but to trust. To trust that things will change again, to trust that you're open to receive guidance, and to trust that everything will be fine, you will be fine, and there's a solution on its way for you. Because if we reach that state of mind where we can trust and relax, we can attract goodness into our lives again. Same goes with people. If you are in a shitty situation, if you feel totally drained, exhausted, and you're fighting it, and you're resenting it, and you're upset with it, you will at the same time push away people. If you are okay, if you accept things to be bad at times, things to be difficult at times, but you have a hopeful outlook, and you are open and warm with your surroundings, you ask maybe for help, then people are more inclined to stick around and be there for your support because you're not pushing them away. Focus again into your breath, and now notice how warm air is leaving your body and fresh, cool air is entering your body. So you're processing the air that is coming in. Maybe you can imagine a white light going up your spine. Whenever you inhale, that light goes up your spine, and whenever you exhale, it maybe turns into blue and goes down again, down your spine. You can draw in air, positivity, and you can exhale blue air, air that you don't need in your body anymore. Very good. You can do that a couple times, and you can continue this beyond my little episodes here today. And know that everything will be fine, and know that you might just have to find the source of your draining. Find your source of exhaustion. Is it people that you surround yourself with that exhaust you? Is it yourself? Do you have difficulties to set boundaries with yourself? Are you always chasing perfectionism? Are you always chasing goals and accomplishments? Is it your environment that is exhausting you? Is it very noisy? Is it smelly, maybe even? Is it a very fast-paced environment where you live and it's just against your nature? Be curious about your exhaustion too. Find out what it is that drains you. And then we can be better at limiting the exhaustion sources, limiting the stress. And in doing so, we can be more resilient in the future. We can set boundaries accordingly and be good and firm with them, because we know in setting them, we can be our best self. Now continue breathing, continue being with yourself here. Feel free to choose another meditation if you want to spend a little more time with yourself. But otherwise, I'm going to let you go now and thank you from the bottom of my heart to share my little podcast here. It is my heart's mission to make our society more resilient, to make you love yourself more. Thank you. I'll be out there tomorrow again. Bye-bye.